one of the things, first of all, if people are embarking on that journey, is actually knowing in advance that it can actually be very uncomfortable. It can be very uncomfortable to face those parts of you, because if you've abandoned or rejected certain elements of who you are, you've done it for a reason. And actually to then face them can be very uncomfortable. I think it's really important to preface it with that. I think when you then start to see it, again, it's almost kind of making it less personal to you and realizing that this is actually part of our humanity, and it's part of the journey to, like self-actualization, and it's meant to be uncomfortable and not to reject that. And it's okay. It's okay for it to be uncomfortable, and it's okay for it to bring up a lot of discomfort. And it's okay to, like, if the feelings of shame arise, kind of accepting that in advance. And then I would say it's coming from a place of deep compassion. And one of the things that I try to remind myself frequently is people can only ever operate from the level of consciousness they're at in that moment, including myself. And so it's like kind of taking off the judgment of the parts, and then taking off the judgment for myself for abandoning the parts, or for those parts, being there. And that kindness and compassion, which is maybe just understanding at some time in my life, I didn't know how to integrate these. It's okay that I thought these parts weren't okay. It's okay that this came up and I felt shame around it, because at the time that's actually all I could do. And I think having that deep feeling of empathy and compassion for myself, and actually as I do it for myself, I can do it for you, and I can do it for everybody else. And I think that's the importance of seeing your own shadow or your own darkness, is then when you see someone else, you witness, oh, that's what's going on for them. And if you can come from that place of compassion for yourself, I think you can offer it for them too.
Yeah, that's profound. I love the idea of recognizing that you can only be in the state of consciousness you're in, and you can't fault somebody else for the state of consciousness they're in, or that's the state of consciousness you're in. So it's the snake eating its own tail. You never get out from it. You got to bring a level of deep acceptance to that, to understand that we're all in different states of consciousness all at the same time. And that interaction is ultimately like a beautiful flower of life that we're kind of co-evolving through in different ways.